Hello, everyone, to the honorable and benevolent, lovely speaker. We have only one speaker for tonight. So, our very enthusiastic, supportive, and active participants, the Team IGP, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Welcome to the Institute of Global Professionals free webinar. Thank you all for joining with us in this wonderful evening, and please stay with us till the end. I am your host for today's webinar, and at your service, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Team IGP to be associated as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. It is my delight to welcome you all to the Institute of Global Professionals free webinar. It is my humble request and pleasure to all of you to stay with us till the end, for I am sure you will have many takeaways and payoffs from this webinar that you can use in your professional and everyday life. Each time, you can like and comment in the comment box section below. Don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends and community in the comment section. Let's watch together and learn together because we believe that power is gained by sharing knowledge. Every day, some new participants join with us. So let me give a little background about Institute of Global Professionals. The IGP, or Institute of Global Professionals, is an educational institution that provides social work. It serves students and community, providing holistic social work and education to create a proficient generation. IGP, or Institute of Global Professional, is a leading online skills de- development with thousands of learners worldwide. Institute of Global Professionals was entrusted with the international recognition. We believe that it is not effective to increase one's skills just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We organize our webinar training offline and online courses by best and trained speakers, coaches from all over the world to create a best learning platform for you all. Our mission is to empower people. We have already completed 241 webinars successfully. We expect that you all are getting little bit benefited in personal and professional life, and we wish that you are all remaining with us in this long journey. Let me remind you again, don't forget to share, tag, comment, and mention your friends in the comment box because your attachments encourages us to do better and best service to our lovely audience. Today, we are presenting the 242 webinar with the topic Transcending Optimism in School Management. So let's start our program with IGB mantra, Feed Your Skills. Now, let me introduce to you our one and only speaker for tonight's webinar from the Philippines, Mr. Alberto M. Dizon. Mr. Alberto M. Dizon is a student of Doctor of Education, major in Educational Management at Tarlac State University, Philippines. He is a known national and international speaker in various conferences about mathematics, positive education, and research. He is currently a national mathematics trainer being affiliated to the Foundation for Upgrading the Standard of Education. Likewise, Mr. Alberto is an official research consultant of the Educational Research Center. He is a member of the Philippine Association of Researchers and Statistical Software Users, Teaching and Education Research Association, and International Association of Multidisciplinary Research. Indeed, what a great achievement. Formerly, Mr. Alberto is the subject area head of mathematics and technology of Don Bosco Technical Institute, Tarlac, Philippines. Alongside with his curricular responsibilities, he also managed to be the student activities coordinator of the said school. Currently, he is now an AP Calculus and Pre-Calculus teacher at Beijing 101 Middle School, China. Mr. Alberto M. Dizon is a graduate of Bachelor's in Secondary Education, major in Mathematics at Holy Angel University, where he obtained the Latin honor magna cum laude at the most outstanding teacher education of his batch. What a great achievement indeed. He also obtained his Master's of Arts in Education, major in Mathematics at Tarlac State University, where he is currently finishing his Doctor of Education. Aside from this, he managed to finish his international diploma, such as collaboration, communication, and remote working program and thriving in the digital workplace program at University of Leeds and Institute of Coding. Mr. Alberto M. Deason is a professional licensed teacher, an advocate of positive education, a leader, motivator, and a proud Filipino. Let us all welcome Mr. Alberto M. Deason. Good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening. Thank you so much for that presentation. Good evening once again, Miss Anne, to the organizers of this webinar, also to our audience. Did you miss me, my dear teachers, audience? Did you miss me? It's been, I think, 2 months. Okay, so let us start. Let me share my screen.
Yes, sir. The virtual stage is yours, sir.
Okay, I think for a while.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Okay. Can you see my screen now,
Yes,
Miss
yes.
Anne? Thank you so much.
Yes,
Okay, once
sir.
again.
The virtual stage is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, IGP, for this opportunity for me to be able to continue my discussion about my passion, about my love for positive education. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to say hello once again. I am Albert Deason, a positive education advocate, and tonight's keynote speaker. Let me once again share my passion for leadership and positive education with each and every one of you. That is the reason why we have this title, Transcending Optimism and School Management. In my last presentation, it was mentioned that I have been a school leader or a manager of people for a long time. And with that, I see my genuine purpose not only as educator but as school leader. And I know it's not an easy job. It's a tough job. Correct? It's a tough job to be a leader because you need to embrace, you need to take risks, you need to what do you call this? Weigh some decisions that would greatly impact your organization. But in the course of my work, I've come to understand what it means to be an authentic and transformative leader. Just like at this moment, you know what, my dear audience, my dear uh, listeners, active listeners, participants, I am excited to share once again my love, my passion, my experiences, and whatnots about transcending optimism and school management. For I basically value school management, especially right now. We are in the pandemic. We are still in the pandemic. The organizational development and how we emancipate ourselves to the happiness we all deserve. I repeat that, the happiness we all deserve. A shift in our focus from positive well being to managing school conflicts, issues, and growth is critical at this time. And yes, you heard me right. You can integrate positive well being for us to be able to solve school conflicts. And I know there are a lot of school conflicts right now. There are a lot of lapses, shortcomings that we need to solve. But then again, let us not forget that we are still that we must still consider our well-being. We're not just in the classroom to impart knowledge. We are also here. Remember this, whether you are a teacher, you are a school leader, you are still a student, you are a parent, you are a mother, you are a father, you are a sibling, you are a member of a huge community. You are there to inspire and transform the lives of all the people surrounding you, allowing them to flourish, helping them to achieve their self actualization one step at a time. Remember, for the vast majority of our waking hours, we're surrounded by people who are not our friends or family members. Correct? Especially if we are in our organization, especially if we are in our school. A company's productivity can be directly linked to employee satisfaction and the workplace in the environment. That's it. That is what we must consider, the satisfaction of our employees, of our clients, of our students and parents. Because you know what? That would be our weapon. That would be our ingredient. That is the core for us to achieve the company's productivity. There was a study written by Jaslyn Kaur and Jamal Elden last 2019 about the role of positive psychology in improving employees' performance and organizational productivity. In their study, they have accentuated the influence of individual positive traits on employees' performance and organizational productivity, and how it could improve by identifying these traits and build organizational policies based on them. And that is basically what we must consider. You know what? I know in if we you are a teacher, if you are in the academy, there are a lot of policies. Correct? There are a lot of policies that we are crafting, that we are implementing, but please remember this. Please remember this. When you want to create or when you are creating a policy, make sure it is data driven. It is data driven. Why? Because with that, our decision would not be biased. And our decision, and for sure, I am 100% that it will benefit, if not all, the 99% members of our community. On this study, the authors, the researchers highlighted the three important positive traits which a leader must transpire given his position. The first one is optimism, being positive, being happy all the time, trying to serve, trying to lead your people with utmost happiness. Next is well being. well-being in the sense that you are physically fit, you are physically healthy, you are mentally healthy, you are holistically healthy. And of course, personal strength. Personal strength. You know what? Let me tell you this, my dear colleagues. I will be calling you colleagues because we are in the same organization or in the same field. You know what? I have mentioned a while back, it's very difficult. It's difficult, it's arduous for us or becoming a leader because you need to decide, you need to deal with challenges of our students, challenges also of our teachers, challenges also of our parents. Because we are there to serve them, we are there to lead them. And it is very important for us to have this personal strength. This personal strength that we could transpire, that we could manifest for us to show that we could uh, face anything because we embrace this responsibility. That is why it is critical in school administration to look beyond optimism in order to gain a better understanding of what our people require in order to thrive, progress, and be involved in the decision making process in their schools. I have mentioned a while back that it's difficult to become a leader, but thinking that we are not alone, thinking that we are not alone, I think the burden would be lessened, the burden of the fear of becoming a leader would be eradicated. Because we know, in terms of decision making process, we have our people, we have our subordinates, we have our colleagues. It is now up to us to take advantage of the tremendous opportunity that positive psychology, which Martin Seligman has, uh, uh, what do you call this, founded, has to offer us in order to be successful. You have the ability to make a difference. Let me tell you this once again. You have the ability to make a difference, even if you are not yet there, even if you are not yet a leader. I know, I know. There was a point, there will be a point that you will manage a program, an activity, you will handle people. And I hope when the time comes, you will remember that Sir Albert, Mr. Alberto emphasized that there is a reason why I am here and I should make a difference. I am able to make a difference. Rather than simply repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again as you have in the past. Just like what Martin Seligman had mentioned, we must understand what make us flourish. We must understand what makes us flourish. We have to understand what make us motivated. What are the things that we must do for us to grow personally and professionally? We all want to do something that we enjoy, correct? Since we are in the academe, there are a lot of people that we will encounter, that we will face. And with that, we must remember that all of us want to do something that we enjoy. We are driven by a desire to succeed, As a teacher, we want to become the best teacher we ought to be. As a student, we want to become the best individual, the best person of ourselves in the near future. That is the reason why we are in the school. As a school leader, we want to become the best leader that our teachers, that our students could ask for. And with that given statement, you know what? With that given statement, it's tantamount to saying we have a one goal. We have this target, and that is to become successful, and that would be our way. That would be our way for us to lift each and one of us. As leaders, we need to be aware of all of this information. We need to know how to make our employees, our students, enjoy their work, enjoy their study at our school. The well being of academics is of utmost importance to us because they see teaching as a powerful tool for improving their students' lives. Let's join them on their journey. And if they're happy, let's celebrate with them as well. To be a good listener, we must be there for them when they are sad. Let's try to get to know them and find out what's making them so enraged. You know what? Uh, when I am attending uh, my doctorate degree classes, my classes in the graduate school, I always hear sentiments from my classmates. I always, what they call this? I always hear sentiments about my classmates. But you know what? What is good with our class? We are good listeners. We are just listening to what sentiments that our classmates would express because that is why we are there to listen with their sentiments, to reflect and try to give, given an opportunity to advise, to evaluate that case, that scenario about the leaders, about their school leaders, about their colleagues, and what and whoever they encounter in their school. And at this point, I would want to propose, I would want to present this model, the model that I am utilizing for me to be stress free, for me to become happy, motivated, despite despite of uh what they call this, facing numerous tasks, responsibilities, disappointments. I think because of this framework, because of this model, the Perma model, I am basically happy. If I failed, I won't stop because I know I won't fail at everything. I won't fail at everything. If I will fail, I know there will always be a room for improvement by reflecting on whatever mistakes that I have committed. I would like to share with you the model that I use in my advocacy, the Perma model, a positive psychology approach. This model can have a significant impact on the happiness of workers, that which makes life worthwhile. It examines how people can create the best possible life for themselves by focusing on the positive and minimizing the negative. You know what? At this point, Let us always focus on the positive side, because if you focus yourselves to the positive sides, there will be a bright idea. There will be a bright idea that will manifest on how to solve your problem, instead of dealing with the negative ambience, aura, environment. As an employer, as an employee, manager, or as a leader, you can put this idea into practice to foster positivity and improve performance, motivation, engagement, conflict, resolution skills, original thinking. And later on, we will identify, or we will determine why and how. I believe we all want to work feeling positive and engaging, correct? Who doesn't dream of waking up on a Monday excited to go to work, or even every day? Even every day, of course, except the weekends, okay? It would be our family days. However, who doesn't dream of waking up on a Monday excited to go to work? Let me ask you, my dear colleagues, are you excited? Are you excited to go to your organization or to your school? Yes or no? Are you excited to go to your organization or to your school? Yes or no? I hope the answer is yes. I hope the answer is yes. I can see Miss Anne answered yes, yes. Thank you, Miss Anne Pertida. Yes, yes, thank you. Also, Miss, okay. And let me help you. Let me help you. Uh, how to break, how to yes, to break the wall resisting you, hindering you to, that hinders you to become happy going to work. Positive psychology explores the science behind positive emotions, since they link with the benefits of improved health, well being, longevity, and a greater quality of life. And so, with these five core elements of Perma model, which are positive emotion, engagement, relationship, meaning, and accomplishment, please remember these five core elements of Perma model. And this will be our weapons. This will be our weapons for us to thrive, for us to experience the flourish, or should I say, for us to achieve the flourish that we must have, that we must achieve. Okay? Being an educator, being a human being. Remember that our genes are responsible for about 50% of our happiness levels. Our actions and attitudes account for 40% of our happiness. So, if our choices and attitudes have a significant impact on our happiness, how do we cultivate and maintain a state of positivity and well being in the workplace? I hope that with the help of these core elements, we will be able to conquer and become triumphant with the above mentioned issues that a leader is facing, or even the problems in our organization. Let's start with positive education, or positive emotion rather. This element is perhaps the most obvious connection to happiness. Focusing on positive emotions is more than smiling. Okay? I am not telling you that, okay, there's a problem, you smile. No, I am not asking you to smile. Okay? It is the ability to remain optimistic. You have a problem on your plate, then be optimistic. I can solve this problem on my plate, and view one's past, present, and future from a constructive perspective. Remember again that there is clear link between happiness and well being. Our performance improves, our relationships improve, and our willingness to hope for the best for the future and to take risks to achieve those future increases when we experience positive emotions. Correct? Did you experience that? You wake up full of energy, full of happiness, then enter your organization or a meeting, everything becomes light from your end and it exudes out from you. Did you experience that? I hope so. Okay? I hope so. You know what? It's basically a reflection. It's basically a reflection. You woke up or you wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I will be a great teacher this morning. I will be a great sibling this morning. I will be a great father, a great sister, mother, a school leader this morning. And I am 101% sure you will be a great leader despite of whatever you will encounter. Why? Because you trust yourself. You believe in yourself that you will be a great person that day, that you will be a great person someday. And that is positive emotions. Always keep in mind that feeling good about yourself entails more than just a big smile. It's the ability for us to use our experiences to be to look forward the future. It's like saying positive emotion is understanding of the situation. Why? For no other reason than you allowed yourself to embrace by the situation or the individual in question. Recognition of his contribution to the organization will result in a better outcome. Because if when you are happy, when you are happy, I guess, I guess you can inspire other people because the happiness is transcended from you, and that is the start, and that is the start of inspiring other people, and that is basically flourishing yourself and also other people. When we are happy, we thrive. When people are happy, they thrive. When we are in a better mood, we tend to set higher goals and stick with them longer. Teamwork and problem solving then have improved as a result of a reduction in stress and in fatigue. That is basically positive emotion. According to Fredrickson 2001, these, what I have mentioned, are the prime indicators of flourishing, and they can be cultivated of learn to improve well-being. What is the best medicine? They always tell this. It's a cliche. The best medicine is laughter. We laugh, we smile, we become happy, we manifest positive emotion. I know, my dear colleagues, I know it's not easy to become happy. It's not easy to become happy all the time. I myself, even though I am an advocate of positive education, I get stressed. I get disappointed. Okay? I get disappointed. However, however, I know I can manipulate. I can manipulate my situation. Correct? My personality. There is a saying that if you cannot change a person, if you cannot change a situation, change your perspective, change your behavior. Try to become optimistic. That at the end of the day, there will be silver lining. Next is engagement. Question: have you ever had a time when you were enjoying what you were doing so much that you were completely absorbed by it? Figure out what in your life gives you a sense of engagement. Engagement is most closely identified with the act of creation, but you can also experience deep engagement when participating in sports, spending time with your friends, with your teachers, with your family, or working on projects that you are fascinated with. You know what? You can increase your engagement at work by first minimizing distractions, remove negative factors, remove the distractors, and improving concentration. This will help you slip into a state of flow. I repeat that. This will help you slip into a state of flow. Then, as far as you can, focus on projects that provide an interesting challenge for yourself or for your skills. People are more likely to experience flow when they use their top character strengths. Research on engagement has found that individuals who try to use their strengths, your prowess, in new way each day for a week were happier and less depressed after 6 months. You know what? Character strengths are basically your abilities to help other people, to become competent, to motivate other people, to motivate yourself. These character strengths are basically the reasons why we flourish. Why? Because we are not focusing on our weaknesses, but rather with our strengths that we can utilize to uplift ourselves, to solve these weaknesses. Character strengths are basically our weapons to help ourselves marooned again ourselves from a difficult situation. From a difficult situation. Next, think about what you enjoy doing. Personal interests such as a favorite hobby or a physical activity are important to you. When you are stressed or overworked, it's easy for us to lose track of our personal time. And so do not neglect the things that bring you joy and satisfaction. And with that, I would want to emphasize that please find a balance between your work and your uh, personal lives. Uh, Last week, my students had their midterm examination. And you know what? Chinese students are very focused on their exams. They are focused on their exams, about the results of their exams. During the review session, I always conduct review sessions every night, and I always tell them because I can see their difficulty. I can see their difficulty on their faces. And I have mentioned to them, please do not forget these three things. Three things when you are working, when you are reviewing: rest, eat, and pamper yourself. Treat yourself. Just like what I am doing. I have my work, I have my speaking engagement, I have my other responsibilities to to organizations. I am also now writing my dissertation, specifically chapters 1 to 3, because that is our requirements for this sem. And you know what? Given those responsibilities, given those tasks, I am still capable doing this with ardor and determination or diligence, because I know how to stop. I know how to rest. I know how to treat myself. I know how to eat, pamper myself. And I hope you're also doing that. I hope you're also doing that. Next is relationship. Leaders today are more likely to listen to the people around them before making decisions, rather than relying on a single charismatic leader who dictates what others should do. We should be authentic leader, and authentic leader is empowering. Authentic leader is empowering. We are letting our teachers, our subordinates to flourish, to progress, to grow, but not to the extent we are just giving them the task, no guidance. That is not empowering. I would want to emphasize that. That is not empowering. We, yes, we give the task to our teachers, but then again, our teachers need us. Our guidance are needed by them, or is needed by them. Listening to students, teachers, parents, other administrators, and educational researchers is an important part of the job of a great principal, of a great school leader. And that is basically building rapport, building relationship to our students, to this personnel. This kind of listening goes beyond simply paying attention while others talk. It requires understanding a speaker's motivation, listening for what they are not saying, and asking powerful questions. Connections to others can give life purpose and meaning. Support from and connect with others is one of the best antidotes to the downs of life, and a reliable way to fill up. Research shows that doing acts of kindness for others produces an increase in well being. I would want to emphasize this even though it's cliche. No one is born to be alone. We are a leader, yes, with great responsibilities, but let me tell you this, we are also a leader with great people with us. Let me repeat that. Yes, we are great. We are principals, school leaders with great responsibilities, but it doesn't stop there. We have also great teachers, great colleagues, great management, great students, and so we can have a great school or organization. Everyone wants to maintain relationships with other people. But let me add an adjective with that or to that. Meaningful relationships which go deeper than maintaining. They have purpose. Our relationship have should have a purpose. To build meaningful relationships, great leaders need to know how to set and respond to relational boundaries. They don't isolate themselves or let their teachers hunker down in their classrooms all alone. But they also don't force all teachers to act or teach alike. Do you have a leader who is just in the principal office all throughout the day, do you have such kind of school leader or a school leader, a school leader who always check on you, who always asks, how are you today? Who always see to it that everything is in the right places, even your person, even your sometimes even your personal dilemmas. Of course, it depends if you want to 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 uh to share that to your principal or to other people. High, reasonable, and clear expectations are established by great principals. As a result of this approach, teachers feel more at ease. Correct me if I'm wrong. If we have this meaningful relationship, teachers or the people in our organization feel more at ease approaching us with concerns or ideas. Everyone is entitled to raise a concern. Everyone is given an opportunity to share, to raise a concern. Principals or school leaders who build strong relationships with parents and students are often able to prevent conflicts from arising because we are open. We open our doors. We open our doors to solve these conflicts. These principles prevent teachers from having to deal with too many emotionally draining situations on top of their normal work. Humans are built to belong. We are here to be to belong to other to belong in a group. We need connection, intimacy, and emotional and physical contact with others. Basically, our pain centers become activated when we are at the risk of isolation, correct? You are just, the anxiety increases when we thought or when we think that we are alone solving this. But once, once we redirected our perspective, when we redirected our perspective knowing that we are or we have this meaningful relationship to other people, isolation is basically labeled as the worst thing we could do for survival. And so I would want to emphasize that we need connection. Humans are built to belong as integral parts of overall well-being. Therefore, we must build a strong, meaningful relationship. We struggle with our well-being when our relationships are destructive. However, if our relationships make us feel supported, included, understood, and cared for, you have set yourself up for a lifetime of well-being. You know what? I hope every emphasis of my presentation tonight, I hope you are accepting them uh, wholeheartedly because these are the things that you must uphold for you to become a great person in general, not only a leader, not only a leader. Be conscious of building your relationships and you will be working not just on relationships but on overall life satisfaction. And the fourth core element is meaning. Seeing and working together towards a meaning that is bigger and more important than just your own happiness is also important. I believe I have asked you last time during my first part of this presentation, do you value yourself? Do you value yourself? And if your answer is yes, if your answer is yes, I think you can share that purpose to other people. That you can also express that, tell that to other people that they are valuable. Having a purpose to your life brings satisfaction, even if working towards that purpose does not directly bring positive emotion, flow, or any of the other building blocks of well-being. This might be a religious faith, a political agenda, community work, or perhaps charity work. Being with like-minded people working towards a common goal that you really believe in brings significance to your life. I always tell this to my as a leader. I always see to it that when I implement something, when I introduce something to my subordinates, to my teachers, to my colleagues, I always emphasize the rationale, the rationale of that policy, of that discussion, also the meaning, the advantages of this. Because I believe, if we know the purpose, and if we know that this is for the common good, I think there will be no question at all. There will be no question at all. But instead, you will strive hard to make that proposal successful. Correct? I know you have a lot of paperworks. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have a lot of paperworks. But you know what? You will not complain if you know the purpose of that paperwork, of that document, and also seeing that the what they call this, the outcome, the benefit of that, the advantage of that to your career, to your students, to the organization. But as a leader, we must we must express, we must be transparent, we must be transparent to our teachers, to our subordinates, that we value them. Because a sense of meaning and purpose can be derived from belonging to and serving something bigger than the self. When we express, when we try to cultivate that everyone is valued, I think our teachers, our colleagues will be motivated because they know they have something to contribute. They have something to contribute. Correct? They have something to contribute. I know, as a teacher, we also try to mention that to to our students. They are valuable. They are valuable. Why? Because if we let our students acquire the thought pander, decipher the thought of I am not important, I am not valuable, you know what? We are destroying their future. We are destroying their future. That is why, my dear teachers, my dear co-teachers, please, please let us not forget. let us not forget the true purpose of being a teacher, the sole purpose of education, and that is to make our students, to make every child that will what do you call this, that will enter our classroom be successful someday. And the first step with that is to make them feel loved and valued. Having a meaning and purpose in our lives can act as a huge source of strength during hardship. Correct? Again, it's cliche. It's cliche. Everyone or everything that is happening in our lives has a reason, has a meaning. Of course, meaning in life is different for for every person. I cannot say that you'll bounce back right there and then. You will what they call this? You will solve this particular problem immediately after a day, after a few hours. No. But if you remember what Viktor Frankl mentioned, that those who have a why can bear almost anyhow. If we go back, if we go back to our teaching philosophy, if we go back to the reason why we entered this profession, this noble profession, being a teacher, I think we can bear almost anyhow. How to solve this, how to become motivated once again, how to help myself, how to maroon myself from this difficult situation. Correct? Everyone, okay? Anything is possible if we have a why in the first place. Why are you there? Why are you a teacher? Why are you a school leader? Why have you obtained, receive that responsibility? Correct? And finally, the last core element is accomplishment. The final building block that allows humans to flourish. It is a sense of mastery over something. Gaining mastery over something is important for its own sake, even if the accomplishment is not linked to any of the other building blocks of the well being. Ever
Okay.
wonder why you keep doing Sudoku, even though it has no real world application? Why you are driven to get to the next level of Candy Crush Saga if you are still playing that? Or why you keep building that Lego construction even after your kid has drifted onto another activity? It's important to know that we can do something well, that we can set a goal and reach it and enjoy that feeling of success. Question, my dear teachers, are you accomplished this day? Do you think you can tell yourself that I am accomplished? That I have accomplished even a simple thing, even a simple task this morning or this day? I hope your answer is a resounding yes. I hope your answer is a resounding yes. Because you need to feel that. You need to feel that you are accomplished every day. Because if not, if not, for me, I cannot sleep. You know what? Even if, for example, today I had my class from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I also did my presentation next week to my students or for my classes. I know they are huge. They are huge responsibilities. But uh but answering my classmates' question is an accomplishment for me. Answering the comprehensive questions a while back and doing this right now, I think I became accomplished, or I am accomplished right now. People pursue accomplishment even when it does not necessarily lead to positive emotion, meaning, or relationships. Having accomplishments in life is important to push ourselves to thrive and flourish. Why? Why? Because if you think you are accomplished today, therefore, you will have a thought that you are capable of doing something greater tomorrow or in the near future, that you are capable in general. Correct? Correct? If you are accomplished, if you are confidently, if you can confidently say that I am accomplished today, therefore I can conclude that I will be accomplished in the near future. I am capable to do something greater. Correct? It is important to acknowledge your goals and your sense of accomplishment, not to compare to others' goals and accomplishments. Let me tell you this. I know sometimes we get envious. Correct? We get envious to other people because of their accomplishments. Please do not compare yourself, but rather motivate yourself. Motivate yourself. Because all we all have timelines. We have our own timelines. Correct? We have our own timelines. So do not compare yourself to other people, but rather focus on your achievements, focus on your accomplishments, and please look forward. Push yourself. There is a wonderful positive psychology concept called to savor, or as my mother would say, to relish at the moment. To relish at the moment. Meaning to say, cherish the moment. Savor your accomplishment. Even it's a simple accomplishment. Celebrate. Celebrate. Because we do not know. That is the start of something bigger in the coming days. At this point, let us try to figure out how can we integrate these five core elements of Perma model in resolving issues in school management, given that we have problems about schools, management, or school, personnel, and parents. We start with positive emotions. How positive emotions deal with other or with our issues to this triangle, to our issues to school personnel, students, and parents. Remember, happiness can be stimulated by expressing appreciation and being grateful. To foster more appreciation in the workplace, organizations can develop programs or processes through which employees can express their gratitude for others. For example, an organization can encourage employees to express their appreciation by nominating a colleague who did something helpful. All of the names and comments can be gathered and then acknowledged through a workplace announcement or everyday morning assembly or with a small token of appreciation. Some organizations have adopted these ideas in innovative ways. For example, another example, by listing appreciations uh, as a standing agenda item at the beginning of staff meetings. Individuals can nominate someone or something for which they are grateful. This culture of gratitude can also decrease stress levels by pausing the rush reality of work and pausing to give thanks. Correct? I know we are tired of attending meetings. We are tired of attending meetings. But then again, if you know there would be an appreciation, there would be a positive task, a positive activity that could enliven ourselves that morning, that day, I think you will attend. You will excited to attend. Even if you are not the one who is nominated, even if you are not the one who is not nominated, you will be inspired. Correct? You will be inspired. You will be motivated, and you will think that this organization, my organization, appreciates our works, my colleagues' works. Correct? Another is, for example, a shout out or gratitude to start a meeting could be simple. Here are the three. My appreciation is for the name of your colleague is for Alberto. Last week, he stayed back to show me how to complete my spreadsheets, and since then, I've been finishing on time. I want to thank Miss Anne yesterday for helping me debrief a presentation, even though it wasn't her team's task to review it with me. Huge thanks to our maintenance staff that provided us the service that we need for us to maintain the cleanliness in our school. That is the reason why I would like to extend my appreciation to the organizers, to the officers of IGP, to Miss Anne for being our host tonight, for our uh to our participants who are actively commenting on our chat box, comment section. Thank you so much. You know what? You know what? Uh I was inspired a while back. I was inspired a while back while we are talking, while Miss Anne and I talked before the start of this presentation. Why? Because she mentioned that she is really she's really allocating time to be part of this IGP. She is really allocating time to attend these webinars because she is learning. And you know what? The mere fact that you are here, the mere fact that you are here is because you want to grow personally and professionally. You want to help solve the problems to contribute to your own organization. Correct? You are here to learn so that you can share that to your students. I have seen a comment a while back. You cannot share what you do not have. Therefore, you are here because you want to share something to your school community. And that is positive emotions. Next is engagement. When employees are engaged in work that uses their strengths, by the way, there are a lot of things still think that you can still think for you to make uh what they call this, another sharing. You know what, in my new school right now, because I am really living my advocacy, which is positive education, every day, every day, I always message, I always share positive quotes, positive statements, motivational quotes, statements to my colleagues, to my co-teachers, and to my students. And you know what? These statements are appreciated very much. They really appreciated me being positive every day. See, see, they are what do you call this? Uh they what do you call this? They are in they start their day with a positive perspective. And I think that is my role as a teacher. That is my purpose. And that is my purpose why I am here. I want to inspire you, my dear teachers, my dear colleagues. I know that you are you are a teacher because there is something or there is a bigger room that you must fill. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid because I know you are capable. You are capable and I claim that. Let's proceed to engagement. When employees are engaged in work that uses their strengths, they will feel a sense of accomplishment. This sense of accomplishment drives higher levels of motivation, satisfaction, and happiness at work. Organization can help employees identify their strengths through strength inventory assessments and can motivate responsibilities to help employees work within their strengths areas. Organizations can highlight accomplishment by sharing successes. You know what? The formula for building staff engagement is to maximize the extent to which people are using and applying themselves. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you are part of an activity, if your what do you call this? If your uh employer, if your employer managed to engage you, to include you in a certain activity, what will you feel? What will you feel? Please do not feel stressed. Okay, do not answer me stressed, but please feel motivated. Why? Why? Because that teacher, I sorry, that employer, your employer trust you. Trust you that you can contribute to the success of that activity, right? Because we can apply our strengths and that is the thought of our employer for us to apply our strengths. For example, right now, you are capable to deliver this or to share these things, to re echo this to your school. I hope one of you, okay, one from my audience could deliver or could share this to the organization. Most of us strive to better ourselves in one way or another, and yet are often struck in our failings, focusing on trying to fix parts of ourselves and neglecting those parts of us that are flourishing. Martin Seligman and other researchers have noted that when work demands our engagement, such as using our strengths in new and innovative ways, we experience higher level of happiness and lower levels of depression. Correct? When we try new things, we are basically excited. Correct? We are basically excited. And so happiness the level of our happiness increases. And so with our students, and so with our parents. I hope, I hope every time we have a huge decision in our school, let's please, let's engage, let's include our students and our parents. Let's, why? Why? Because at the end of the day, they are our benefactors. They are our uh, clients. Sorry for that term. But yes, we need to serve them. We need to serve them. Another influential study suggests that up to 70% of professionals who utilize their strengths on a daily basis reported feeling more engaged and energized by their work. Meaning to say, all we have to do is to 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 ask for the help of our teachers. Let's build families, small groups, big groups in our organization wherein we only have one goal, and that is the success, and that is the progress of our organization. Next is relationship. Organization can facilitate employee connections by encouraging employees to be social inside and outside of school. Let me share you this. You know what? In my new school right now, we have because we are using MS Teams, we have this one channel. If you are familiar with MS Teams, we have this channel which is socials, for socials. Okay, they are posting there. Okay, who would want to join us? We will want watch a movie on Saturday. There is a baby shower party on Saturday. Who would want to watch this uh concert this coming Sunday? See, you know what? By having these channels, by having these relationships, I think I think we we could feel that we belong. We could feel that we belong. We are valued. Also, these connections are truly matters, or truly matter for us to survive in that organization. Team building events. I know you're doing that. Team building events, group lunches, and including few minutes of casual conversation before or after meetings are all easy ways to encourage more social connections. Another tip, you know what? Every time I started my meeting in my previous work, I always ask them, my colleagues, my subordinates, how are you? How are you? It's okay for them to share a work story, related story, or a personal story. Okay, personal experience. It's okay because I want to crack. I want to break the wall, hindering us to have a meaningful conversation, not only to talk about serious matters. Team buildings are also important, and retreats, recollections. I hope students, not only the students could experience uh, team building, recollection, and retreats, but as well as the teachers, as well as ourselves. We rather, i- uh, rather, science shows us the greatest way to influence our happiness is to invest in our relationships. Recent survey by Virgin stated that 40% of the respondents named their colleagues as a top reason they enjoyed their work. Over two-thirds of respondents reported that not only did those positive relationships increase their productivity, but it helped mitigate stressful and difficult challenges at work. Because there will be no isolation. Correct? There will be no isolation. We eradicated that already. As a manager or a team leader, you need to be aware of how contagious positivity or negativity can be. Be aware of the importance of managing morale, because one unhappy person can make for an unhappy office. While it is unrealistic to stick on happiness alone, work environments can still encourage a work culture of supporting each other when the work gets hard. And that is basically the reason why we need to establish strong relationship. Next is meaning. Work becomes more meaningful when employees can see how their efforts are impacting others within the business or its customers. In this context, meaning refers to a purposeful existence. In the work environment, when there is a shared sense of purpose, staff are more likely to feel satisfied with their job. if we are addressing the issues of the students and the parents, also the teachers, we are basically giving meaning to their struggles, to their battles. And in that sense, we are basically trying to emancipate the meaning of each and one of us. I know you are aware of uh what SLU had faced when it comes to mental health break. But you know what? Given the fact that they talked, given the fact that they talked, they asking the the students asking for a mental health break, and granting that after how many days, after how many incidents, how many arguments, it's basically expressing meaning to the values of SLU, and of course giving meaning to our what do you call this, to our students, to their students. When people see how their efforts, how their beings, how their presence have a genuine impact on the lives of others, even mundane work becomes more rewarding. Even it's a small, even it's a cut work, it will be a rewarding to everyone. It will be a rewarding to everyone. And last but not the least is accomplishment. Goal setting is an important part of productivity and happiness. Leaders can build achievement in their people by involving a person's strength in future discussions about organizational goals. That is the reason why we must, as leaders, we must consider, make emphasis, and try our best to have a professional development training plan. I repeat that. For us to have a professional development training plan. Because in that sense, we are making our teachers, our colleagues, to become successful and accomplished in the near future. And as a leader, also, you can ask these questions. Tell me about a previous achievement of which you are genuinely proud. It may or may not be work related. A time when you really outdid yourself. Which top strengths do you think helped you achieve this impressive outcome? Which talents did you demonstrate at that time? Coaching your staff can be as simple as taking an interest in their strengths and exploring more ways to apply them toward agreed goals or professional development challenges. It helps build trust between you and your employees and promotes a collaborative culture of sharing experiences. And accordingly, optimism and well being nurture a culture of inspiration, openness, and revolutionary perspective in the workplace. It means that if a workplace activates everyone's happiness, and it is totally satisfied, it will lead to a wide range of behavior, such as seeing the big picture, exploring ideas, being open to others, taking more risks, and facing difficult tasks because you can feel that you are not alone. The leader must see to it that everyone is being optimistic, notwithstanding the current struggle they are confronting. It also makes people open to change, which part of organizational development must be considered or must be focused with. Likewise, this aspect of an organization is the primary cause of the conflicts. Henceforth, if optimism can promote openness, if we can understand what makes us flourish, I believe respect will then be followed. Will then will then follow. Besides this, will have an important proposition for an organization's dexterity and resiliency. Because of this, optimistic employees tend to be more productive employees at present. Remember, to increase the performance of a person, focus more on their well-being. And that is basically what positive education, what Perma model is trying to provide to everyone. The Perma model provides an excellent framework for happiness. Rewards are another component that should not be forgotten. Reward that could foster engagement, that could build a relationship, that could feel the sense, or that could bring sense of meaning to each one of us. When offering workplace rewards, organizations should consider what is most valuable to their employees. And I believe that is the feeling of accomplishment. By offering positivity, engagement, connection, meaning, and acknowledgement, you can create a motivated workforce where people want to be there and want to improve the company bit by bit. In the words of Sean Ancor, I would want to say this: the better your brain is at using its energy to focus on the positives, the greater your chances at success. I want to end this presentation with the powerful mantra of Dr. Pierce, the principal of Garfield High School in the series Black Lightning. I do not know if you have watched this and in Netflix. I hope if you have time, please watch this American series. This is his mantra to bring hope in every student, that life is a battle of the future and you are the only one who can fight with it. In doing so, he also connects even more deeply with the community he uh, seeks to protect, and knows it better than just about anyone. And I want you also to uphold such a mantra as we watch the lives, the future of our students, take care of our dear personnel, and enormously contribute to our nation. It goes like this: Dr. Pierce will ask the student, where's the future? Again, where's the future? The students will answer, here, here. Dr. Pierce will ask again, whose life is this? Whose life is this? The student would respond, mine, mine. What are you going to do with it? The last question of Dr. Pierce, and the students, with pride and dignity, will answer, live it by any means necessary. Once again, this is Alberto Dizon, your discussant or your speaker, saying a beautiful and hopeful evening to one and all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening.
Virtual clap for Sir Alberto. Very well said, Sir Alberto. I know all our participants are now
Thank you
clapping.
so much, po.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, sir, for that very inspiring, motivating discussion. I mean, presentation. We learned a lot. Okay. I know our participants have their own takeaways, but I myself have my takeaways. Let me have the the recap of some of your discussion, sir. So we teachers should have the personal strength to show that we could face everything. We have the ability to make a difference. We are driven by desire to succeed. Okay, you also shared your very most, the very interesting topic for tonight, the Perma model. Okay, on which I have a lot again. Lot of notes. Okay, let me have a little recap. Okay, on one on the PERMA model. Okay, sir. So focusing on positive emotion is more than smiling. It is the ability to remain optimistic and views one's past, present, and future from a constructive perspective. Second, positive emotion are what is this? My indicator of flourishing, and they can be cultivated or learned to improve well-being. Okay. Next is let's remove the distractors and let's focus on our character strengths. Okay. Another is authentic leaders is empowering. Another is having a meaning and purpose in our lives can act as a huge sources of strength during hardships. Next, having accomplishments in life is important to push ourselves to thrive and flourish, meaning we are capable of doing something. And you also shared about the Perma model in a leader to school personnel, leader to student, and leader to parents perspective. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay.
Welcome,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much
Welcome.
for yes, sir, for that very excellent, informative, and inspiring motivational presentation. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. I am sure that all of our enthusiastic knowledge seeker participants was enlightened and benefited. Okay, so you can see on the comment section from your brilliant expert insights. We will get back to you, sir, on the question and answer portion. Okay, just take a drink, take a break a while. Okay, for a while. Thank you, sir. See you later again. Okay, dear participants, it is time for our quiz competition. Just log on to slido.com and input the code, which have, okay, dear participants, we are encouraging everyone to please join us on our quiz competition. The top 10 who will be awarded with quiz completion certificates. Okay, top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificates and their certificates will be posted on our Facebook page. Okay, dear participants, again, reminding everyone to please share these videos, okay, to your friends and communities so they too can have the learnings that we are getting from all of our very excellent speakers, okay? Mention their names on the comment section so they can watch these videos on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and on our website at www.eduigp.com. I know they will be uh, getting more knowledge. I mean, yes, knowledge on our with our speakers discussion and presentation. Okay, I think more participants are joining. We have now, okay, 7 to 8 participants. Okay, are you ready for tonight's quiz competition? Top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificates, and the certificate will be posted in our Facebook page. Quiz is only 1 to 10, and the answer is And the type of quiz will be a multiple choice. Okay. This logo to slider.com and input the code, which is capital RGP quiz. Okay, I think everyone is now ready. Okay, 134 participants, 136 participants have joined the quiz. Okay, I know everybody is now ready. The faster to click on the right answer will be on the top one and the top 10. So read it fast. Okay, I think everybody is now ready for the quiz competition. Okay, number one question. What does E in Perma stand for? Okay, is that encouragement or engagement? Okay, I know everybody listen to our topics for tonight, and that is an easy question. What does E in Perma model stand for? Is it encouragement or engagement? Okay, that is engagement, and 70% of our participants got it correctly. Okay, our leaderboard is it's Ma'am Carol is on the top one. Our second question: what type of theory is the Perma model? It is a well-being theory, a theory about life. Okay, okay, that's that's an easy question for everyone. Okay. I think, 81% of the participants got it correctly. A well-being theory is the correct answer. Okay, still? Is it Mom Carol still? We hope so. Okay, the third question. Rewards activate the pleasure center of the brain and can translate into greater happiness, motivation, and productivity at work. Is it true or false? Mm-hmm. Okay. And most of our participants, 99% of all participants answered true. Are they correct? Yes, they are correct. Okay, who's on the top one now? Ma'am Anna Marie John Mercado. Okay, Peru is the third place. Okay, next question, number four. While goal setting and achievement is important, employees must also learn to take seriousness in the process. Is it true or false? Yes. Yes, and most of our participants answered is true. Are they correct? The 96% of the participants? Oh, take seriousness in the process. False is the correct answer. Yes, false is the answer, and 4% of our participants got it correct. Okay, Master Ariel is on the top one. I want to thank Jacob yesterday for helping me debrief a presentation even though it wasn't his team's task to review it with me. This statement could greatly help achieve accomplishment as a core element of Perma model. Perma model, is it true or false? Okay, the correct answer is false. Okay, and Mom Carol is on the top one. Okay, our sixth question. What is the final building block that allows humans to flourish? It considers a sense of mastery over something. Is it accomplishment or meaning? Okay. Mm-hmm. And the correct answer is accomplishment. 86% of the participants got it correctly. Okay, Gemeline Rivera is on the top one. Number seven question. People want to love what they do. They have passions and goals. They have likes and dislikes. Hence, as leaders, they must know about all these things. They must understand how to make our people love what they do in our organization. Is it true or false? Okay, 95% of our participants got it correctly. And the answer is true. And Ma'am Gemeline is still on the top one. Okay, our eighth question. What does P in Perma stand for? Is it positive well-being or positive emotions? What does P in Perma model stand for? Positive well-being, positive emotion. Okay, it is, and the correct answer is positive emotions. 56% of the participants got it correctly. Okay, so Dennis Kindle says is on the top one. Our ninth question. You can increase your relationship at work by first minimizing distractions and improving concentration. Is it true or false? Okay, the correct answer is false, and 9% of all participants got it correctly. Okay, so Dennis is still on the top one. Anna Marie, Sir Cruz. So Julius, our last question, 10 question. We struggle with our well-being when our relationships are destructive. draining, one sided, or we are just isolated. Is it true or false? Okay. Okay, the correct answer is true, and 82% of the participants got it correctly. Okay, who is on the top 10? Okay, congratulations to Ma'am Rochelle, Ma'am Angela, Sir Jack, Ma'am Eileen, Ma'am Anna Marie. Okay, congratulations again. Okay, again, this is the latest and updated. Let us see. Ma'am Rochelle. Is that Ma'am Rochelle? Okay, Ma'am Rochelle, Ma'am Angela, Sir Jack, Ma'am Eileen. Again, Ma'am Eileen, Ma'am Anna Marie, Sir Ferus on the 6th, Sir Julius, Ma'am Lizelle on the 8th, place. On the ninth place, Ma'am Krisha, and Tom. Third 10 is, okay, your certificate, the top 10 winners for our quiz competition. The certificate will be posted on our Facebook page. So now let us proceed on our question and answer portion. We now call on again our okay, once again, welcome Sir Alberto. Okay, we have now our first question from Madam Manlita Ramos Oligo. What are your tips in decision making and time management, sir?
Hello po. Thank you, Miss Manolita, for this question. I will be answering first. What are your tips and decision making? Since I am a mathematics teacher, I love stat and research. I would always be answering this kind of question by being data driven. Being data driven. You know what? In decision making, it could destroy or build the relationships or whatever thing that you have that you want to achieve in your organization. And so if we will be making ourselves or if we will be relying on our data, okay, the bias from our own perspective and from the others would be minimized, or should I say would be eradicated, if not 100% but 99.9%. So that is my first tip. You have to be data driven in terms of the decision making. Second is by uh, accepting that you are not alone in terms of that, or in giving the decision, or in proposing that decision. You have to gather data, that you have, by means of gathering data, you have to ask other people that could benefit, that could impact that particular decision. I know at the end of the day, you will be the one. You will be the one to decide, correct? As a leader, because you are the head of that organization. But then again, if you follow these two tips, being data driven, and by collecting the best representatives, or should I say, the best answers to that particular problem or to that particular decision, I believe at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you will give the best decision. But please, please, please accept the fact that your decision will not mirror that of your colleagues, of your subordinates, correct? There will always be a person, there will always be a group of individuals that could argue, that could contest your decision. But remember, if you gathered systematically your data, if you weigh things, and if you think the majority could benefit on this decision, I think you have to accept that. You cannot please everyone. Remember that. You cannot please everyone. And for time management, all you have to do is to list your priorities, list your priorities. You know what? I myself is a very workaholic individual or a person. If I do not have a list of things that I must finish this particular day, I think I couldn't finish at all. I couldn't finish anything. And so for us to become to manage our time efficiently, I believe it's very important for us to list the priorities that we must finish this particular day. I think these are the tips that I can give in terms of decision making and time management.
Okay, very well said, sir. Okay, we have question from Zerferus Akbarov to Mr. Alberto Dizon. As an educational leader, how to ensure that your colleagues or students are able to receive your constructive criticism without any hard feelings, because criticism is almost always not well received
Yes.
regardless of its type.
You know what?
Yeah, how? Yes.
Uh, you know what? They say that truth will hurt you, correct? Truth will hurt you. And so, my suggestion would be, even if truth will hurt you, it will always fall back on how you deliver that particular constructive criticism. For example, your intention is correct, and that is good rather, and that is to correct your co-teacher, your teacher, your subordinate, or your student. But the manner you deliver your correction, the manner you deliver that particular criticism, I think that would be another story. That would be another part of the story. And this will be my suggestion for you to ensure that your constructive criticism will wholeheartedly be accepted by by these students or by these teachers. First, you have to be polite. You have to be polite in telling this, in discussing this. Otherwise, you'll be you will seem arrogant. You will seem uh taking that mistake seriously. Yes, you take that uh mistake seriously, but if you express yourself politely, there will be a manifestation of, I am here to mention these mistakes, to mention these criticisms, and I will be also here to help you correct these mistakes. Right? If you are just manifesting the politeness within you, I do not think that, yes, there will always be hard feelings. But at the end of the day, that person will realize that you have mentioned that because you care for them. You care for them. And number two is, you have to be objective. Do not attack the person, but attack the mistake or the action, right? You know what? I've experienced that. I've experienced that. Uh, Giving the post conferences, or giving the things that my teacher should correct on their instructions, should correct on how they relate to they build rapport to our students. But you know what? I am taught that I should be objective. I should be objective because if you are objective, if you are just pointing out the things that they must improve, I think you are statistically confident that you are telling the truth. You are telling the truth. And again and again and again, please be polite. Please be polite. And I always do this. I do not know if it is a good tip or strategy. I always make a script rather. If, for example, I want to tell something to my subordinate, bad news or good news, I always, or I want to scold my reprimand my students, I always write a script. Why? Because I want to filter my words. I want to filter my words. I don't want to hurt them so badly. I don't want them to disrespect me, and I don't want to disrespect them. I think that would be my answer for this question, Mr.
Oh,
Ferris. Thank you so much.
okay. Again, from Madam Manolita Ramos Oligo, how do you observe classes and coach teachers?
What? Sorry, I think I'm having a bad connection. Miss Anna, can
You're
you hear
okay,
me,
sir.
Miss Anne?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're okay, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Uh, when I observe classes, or should I say, when I observe teachers, I always tell them there are various ways on how to observe classes. But you know what? I always have a structured classroom observation. Wherein, for example, during our area meeting, I always tell them, okay, I always teach them, I always train them, for example, time management. Okay, when I delivered my presentation about time management, that would be the focus of my classroom observation. I hope I am making myself clear. Now, for example, I've trained my teachers about questioning, okay, inquiry based learning, and then the next time that I will be observing, that would be my focus, so that I will know if my training, my presentation could help them, or did help them, okay, did help them to achieve their goal in that particular class. And how do I coach teachers? First, I always give them training, or I have this professional development plan. I always situate that I can share something about how they can improve themselves, what they can utilize in their classroom instructions, because that is my role as their head. That is my role as their head. For me to support them, for me to provide support, resources that they can utilize for them to grow personally and professionally. And you know what? It's not difficult to coach teachers if you are genuine. If you are genuine, because they can see that. They can see that you are coaching them because you have a one goal. You have a one goal, and that is to flourish the lives of the students, to provide quality education to our students. And I think that would be, and also I am utilizing the Perma model, of course. When I coach teachers, I am utilizing the Perma model. I hope I made myself sensible, Miss Manalita.
Okay. Okay. From Sir Richard Ardenio. Hi, sir. What would be the best advice you can give to close-minded, okay, and
uh
ill-tempered leader or admin?
uh
Ah, lagot.
you know what?
Lagot.
It's a very difficult. It's a tough question. I have mentioned a while back. If, for example, you cannot change a person, you cannot change a situation, change your perspective. Change your perspective. You know what? I'm so sorry if I could not answer this with my personal experience because I haven't experienced yet a close-minded and ill-tempered leader. And this is my suggestion. First, you have to provide data-driven uh, results which came from your data. For example, you want to raise something. You want to raise something. He's close minded because, first, he wants to believe that he is always correct. He wants to believe that I am entitled to make this decision alone. Okay? And he has his personal battles in life, and we do not know what are those battles. But you know what? As a teacher, all you have to do is to provide data that could defend, that could prove your case, your situation. Also, ill-tempered leader, all you have to do is to not confronting him, not confronting him. I believe there will always be a chance that you could talk to that teacher, to that leader, efficiently, correct? There will always be a chance that you could talk to him in a nice way, in a proper platform. So, so these are my advices. These are my advices. First, understand your leader. Understand your leader as much as possible, since you are the person that you know how to manage or manipulate your emotions. You manipulate your emotions. Try to understand him. Try to make try to be patient. Try to be patient. But I know we all have limitations, correct? We all have limitations. If, for example, for example, you experience, or you are now in the boundaries of your limitation or restrictions, try to be uh ethical, and at the same time try to act legally. Try to act legally. Wherein, for example, you will be writing a letter to whoever supervisor that you could talk to, right? That would be my suggestion. If, for example, there will be a point that you cannot tolerate his close mindedness and ill temperedness. Thank you, Mr. Richard.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, from Mr. Lin Mitudar Chowkari. I hope I pronounced it correctly, sir. How I will spread your tips.
Live with it. Live with them. Live with them. You heard all my advices. You heard all the wisdom from my presentation. And you know what? All you have to do is to live with them. Why? Because because if other people see you living with them, and they can see you that you are happy, successful, satisfied, accomplished, victorious, they will be asking you, they will be approaching you, what are the what are the strategies, what are you doing, why do you have a happy life, why do you have a satisfied life? See, you're not talking, you're just acting, you're just living my tips, my advices. That would be my answer.
Is it walk your talk? Is it right, Sir Alberto? Okay, from
Yes,
Madam
ma'am.
Marisol Salaga. Good evening, sir. How do you see yourself with teaching profession? Is it a work who get paid or as a passion with a heart? And why?
uh Easy but difficult question. Okay, you know what, let's not be hypocrite. Let's Sorry for that term. We are working because we want to get paid, correct? We want to have resources that could support our family. Correct? That is the reason why we are striving. But you know what? Let's not end our answer there. Let's not end our reason why we are here. The very reason why we are in a teaching field or in a profession, because we want to get paid. And I hope while we are getting paid, we are also becoming passionate. We are also becoming passionate. We are also educating with the heart, because no amount of money could pay you. No amount of money could pay you to see your students thriving for the best. You know what? I will be experiencing this next school year. My first ever students will graduate in college this school year, and I would see them entering the work field. And you know what? It's very fulfilling. It's very fulfilling. And I hope your income, your money, your salary would be utilized to help other people. First, of course, your family, your siblings, your parents. And I hope there will be parts of that salary, if you still have if you still have extra income, please help other people. You know what? Now, I always pray, because I'm earning not that much, but I am earning so that I can help. I am able to help other people. You know what? I always tell to God, please use this opportunity. Please use me as your instrument so that I could share your love, your generosity and mercy to other people. So that would be my answer for this question.
Well, very well said, Sir Alberto. I think Ma'am Marisol was very
Thank you so much,
enlightened.
ma'am.
Okay, Ma'am Carlo Malabanan, what is your formula in maintaining positivism within you?
Uh, I think acceptance plus acceptance plus moving forward equals positivism. Why? Acceptance. We have to accept that we cannot please everyone. We have to accept that not every day we are happy, not every day we will be accomplished, not every day that we will be successful, correct? Not every day will be our glory or experience glory. And that is the first stage for us to move forward. For us to move forward. Because when you move forward, you are already utilizing your character, your strengths. You are already bouncing back. You are already becoming resilient for you to become positive. For example, today, I want to finish my lesson number 2 next week, but I didn't finish it. And so I embrace it. I embrace that I cannot finish my lesson number 2 next week. And so I need to move forward. I need to be focused on my talk, or with this talk. And so I'm happy. I'm happy. And so I told myself tomorrow will be another day. Tomorrow will be another day, and tomorrow will be an opportunity for me to finish my lesson number 2. I think that simple formula is very useful. It's very useful for us to be positive, maintain positivism, and of course be happy every day.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
tomorrow is another day. Okay, I think, do we have another question? Hmm. Okay, from, oh, Madam Manolita Ramos Oliga, right, Mr. Dizon, money is secondary. However, for fulfillment and happiness, seeing students succeed is primary. Money is a means, but not the end.
Yes, that is exactly
Okay.
true.
Okay, I think that's the end our discussion of our webinars, question and answer, and presentation, and everything. Again, sir, Sir, our honorable speaker for tonight, we learned a lot. We learned a lot from all of the wisdom you've shared with us. Okay, this is not the last webinar. I think that we will be sharing each other, sir, seeing each other. See you again. Thank you so much again. We are honored to have you here, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much, po. Thank you.
Yes, po. Dear participants, we have here our notes and our what are these? Okay, announcements. Dear learners, sir.
Please, ma'am, proceed. Proceed, ma'am. I
Okay.
will ask something
Dear
to our
learners, we
learners.
saw that at this moment you feel difficulties with using the website. We noticed that all the things and working on it, which is not our problem, but it's still our technical team working on it. Thanks for your patience. For the certificate, please collect the certification link and certificate code at this moment and try it in your free time. We saw that it occurs with lots of users who want to join our website. This is a temporary problem with our hosting provider. Again, thank you for your patience. Yes, we are very sorry for the
Hello.
experience. Yes, sir.
Am I audible to you, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, we are sorry. We are extremely sorry for this kinds of experience which you are right facing now. But I just want to ask something to our learners. I hope you will answer all the things perfectly that we can decide something on behalf of your answer. First of all, you know that if we want, then we can run all the webinar as like as previous schedule, or if you want, because you are the true well wisher of IGP who are right now in this live, so based on your opinion we will decide for the next, because tomorrow is Sunday, as you know that in every Sunday we have morning session. Right now we just want your opinion. What do you think? Our website is not working well, that is true, and our technical team is working on it, also that's true. But without and you will that it is the confirmed decision that if you have the certification link and certificate code, you can collect your certificate anytime. If our website is not working for next 15 days also, but after 15 days you can collect your certificate, that's true. But this is not the permanent problem, this is temporary problem from our hosting provider. They suggest for few days, but right now we just want your opinion. What do you think? We should continue our program or we should stop for next few days?
How many days would that take, sir?
Yeah, this is, I think, our we need the opinion from our learners what they think. If we continue
Okay.
our program as previous schedule, then you have to collect certificate link and certificate code. You can claim in a certificate after our website will be okay. And definitely it can minimum, it will take minimum time, because we are always working on it. But we need your opinion. What do you think? Yes, database is error, but this is not our problem, this is the problem from our hosting provider. For that basis, this is not our problem.
Okay. Dear participants, we would like you to comment on
Ma'am,
the section comment.
Ma'am Carlo, actually, this is happened already from last 3 days.
Yeah.
It's last 3 days, and sometimes it getting fixed also, but sometimes not. That's the problem. But we don't have any intention to postpone our program, because this is we believe that this is our heart. So we don't have any intention to postpone our program. Just we need you, our learners opinion, because they are the true evolution of IGP. So as you know that we always take your opinion like open feedback. So this is right now, this is your time, so put your opinion that we can take a proper decision. And we, in between time, I saw that in the comment section, continue sir, continue sir, continue, yes, we will continue the webinar sir, continue sir, continue, continue, continue. Actually,
You don't, but you do not have time, sir, to fix the problem if you continue the program. Is
this we, on
that
behalf of IGP, on behalf of IGP, we can ensure one thing: if you have certificate link, certification link, and certificate code, you can claim this certificate after 2 months, after 5 months, also no problem.
yeah,
Because this is the same procedure which we will follow for the next also. So just right now, in between 2 or 3 days, we have to suffer more for this to solve this problem. After that, we can continue again as like as previous. But right now, we don't want to postpone our program.
yeah.
Certificate
They want to
certificates,
continue, sir.
someone write in the comment section, certificates can wait.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
want to
yeah,
learn, sir. Great, great, great,
yeah.
great.
Uh, uh,
Actually, this is the difference between IGP and any other organizations. This is the difference, because we
yeah,
have
yeah,
lots of through evolution. We have lots of through evolution. Great,
yeah,
great,
yeah.
great.
Postpone for a while to repair the system.
Thank you, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, no problem. We will continue our session as like as previous. So
Okay.
we have next day Sunday we have morning session. So see you again in the morning session, and after morning session in the evening we have also a webinar series program. And today we published one program that is still the error in the website. So no problem, just collect the certification link and certification code. This is
Willing
main
to
thing,
wait.
and with this you can claim
Okay.
your certificate anytime, anytime.
Yeah, I can wait. Okay. There are more now willing to wait, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
we are really happy that we have the well
Yeah.
wisher like them. We are really
We
happy.
just want the assurance of the certificate. Okay, they are now okay. Yes.
And
Okay.
one more announcement. This is a advance announcement. If everything will be okay, then after Bangladesh, we will open a physical branch in India in next December. Then we will open a physical branch in Philippines in next July 2022. This is the advance announcement for our learners. With our existing office in Bangladesh, we will open a physical institute in India in the next December, and in the Philippines in next July 2022. The
Oh,
physical institute.
oh, wow, what a nice announcement for everybody.
We are working on it, and we have lots of well wishers, lots of advisor who are working on that. So in future, we can serve free education in all over the world, because we believe education is a part of human right. So
Yes,
we have to ensure all the people with their rights. So thank you, and we are really great appreciate to our all learners that still you are connected with us. Thank you, and we have lots of options, actually lots of options, lots of offer for you in the next few months. And again, we are sorry for these types of problem, but this is not in our end. Again, thank you so much, ma'am, and please continue.
yes,
Today
yes, sir.
we don't take much more time. Just I will proceed for the certification code, and I will
Oh, okay.
share the certification link in the comment box. Please take note the
Yes, sir.
certification, collect the certification link and certificate code, which with that certification link and certificate code you
Okay.
can claim your certificate anytime.
Okay, here is the certification code for today's program name. Again, Transcending Optimism in School Management with the code capital IGP 8585. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. Okay, I know everybody's having a problem with creating their accounts and having certificates, claiming their certificates. That's why, sir, our team IGP was asking everybody to, is it okay to post for a moment? But don't worry, the certification link is available and you can get your certificate anytime, any day, as long as you have the data or internet connection. Okay? They just need to fix everything on their area, but they are not the one having the problem. It's the system itself. Okay, so please bear with us again, dear participants. Okay, uh, but again, the code for tonight is IGP 8585. Okay, for those who can access their account, I myself cannot access my account also. Okay. The code for tonight is IGP. Just click on, okay, the get your certificate, and the certificate will be downloaded. It is not manually downloadable. Okay. Input your certificate code on the. Thank you so much from IGP. Team IGP got my certificate. Oh, Sir Eugene. Okay, got his certificate. Okay, but not all, I think. Just input the code for today's webinar, that is IGP 8585, in your certification code, and click on the get your certificate. I got it already. Thank you, IGP, from Sir Marlon Asuncion Diaz. Okay. Mhm. But the others are still having a problem. Okay. Let's hear from Madam Charito. Okay. I have mine already. Okay, tomorrow. Continue. The session will continue. Okay, upcoming webinar for November 7th, that is tomorrow. We have the morning session. We have the topic, delivering digital classroom through ClassPoint. We have a speaker from Philippines. Thank you. That's my certificate. From Carmela. Wow, I have mine. Oh, okay, let's off then. The account are okay. Okay, we have upcoming webinars. Okay, that is again tomorrow, November 7th, for evening session. That is the part two of the webinar series, The New Trends in Education, with the topic multiple teaching instruction and modalities. I got mine from Madam Angela. Okay, very good. Okay, we have two speakers from the Philippines. Okay, we have upcoming webinar on November 8th. This is the part one of the webinar series, Upskilling Organizational Leadership and Managerial Skills, with the topic, The Role of SBM in School Improvement Plan. Okay, Madam Roselle Malikjem got her certificate also. Okay. We have speakers from Philippines. Another upcoming webinar on November 9 with the topic Educational Action Research. We have speakers from the Philippines. Okay. Again, dear participants, our today's program name is Transcending Optimism in School Management, and the code for tonight is IGP, capital IGP 8585. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. You can claim your certificates anytime. Okay, Madam Carson said that she got her IGP, or certificate. Okay, please take note or take a screenshot of the code for tonight. Madam Sabjel Batoy got okay. What does that mean? I got mine. Okay, very good indeed. Again, for those who are all having problem creating an account, please bear with us. Team IGP is working on it, though the system is not under control. Okay, for those who cannot process, who cannot get their certificates, don't worry, you can get it anytime. Okay, there you go. Again, dear knowledge seeker, Team IGP and I would like to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts and for attending our today's session, our very informative and very motivational session. Hopefully, you learned something new that you will use in your career and your life. Please leave a review or recommendation on our page at www.eduigp.com. If you learned something or we help you a little bit, don't forget to collect your e-certificates and give a check-in or login with IGP. Please spread the information with your friends and community. We hope to see you all again in the next webinar. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy. To God be all the glory. Good night, everyone. Bye bye. See you again.